All right, you guys, so we are going to graph this equation written in standard form, right? Normally we are graphing using the slope-intercept form, but this is written in standard form where x and y are on the same sides of the equal sign. We're going to graph this by using the x and y intercepts. Sorry about that. All right, so you guys try it. And then I'm going to do it on my end, and then we'll compare graphs. How's that? All right, you guys, did I give you enough time? All right, so I found the x-intercept was 0, -2. Who agrees with me? Everybody? Everybody? Yeah. All right. No, Michael, did you get something different? No, you got it. Ella, did you get the same answer? Good deal. All right, so if we graph 0, -2, we get this right here. And then my y-intercept, I'm sorry, I said it wrong. The x-intercept is 5, 0. So if I had a nice, oh, wow, look at that. I think that's the straightest line I've ever drawn, you guys. All right, did you agree with me? Does yours look just like mine? Yeah. Awesome. Okay, good deal. Now, this slide right here recommends that you, good deal, Allie. This recommends that if you go ahead and do 3 points, if you made a mistake on one of them, you'll probably catch a mistake if you graph at least 3 points. However, we do know that you only need 2 points on a graph to make a line, okay? But if you want to go ahead and try graphing that 3rd point, that'll help you catch mistakes usually. All right, so like we've been doing to find the y-intercept, we're going to substitute 0 for x. And the opposite is true. To find the x-intercept, we're going to substitute 0 for y. And then instead of taking an equation, rewriting it in slope-intercept form, this is a fast and easy way to graph a line when it's written in standard form. Okay, so y'all understand the difference between standard form and slope-intercept form? Yes? Okie dokie, perfect. All right, so I have, hopefully when you guys printed these, I didn't put on your copy the answers. So you guys have letter A, and actually there's 2 letter A's. Oh, they're the same problem, just kidding. And this one, y = 3x. So I want you guys to, this one's obviously written in standard form. So I want you guys on your own papers that you're graphing on, I want you to graph this one, which is example 3 for you, example 3, and I want you to graph this one, which is example A. Do y'all have both of those? Okay, I'll be quiet and you guys do those, and then we'll check your answers. All right, so I think y'all have had enough time to do letter A at least, right? All right, Michael, I noticed you were done pretty quickly. What is your x-intercept on letter A? What did I leave out?
The x-intercept on 3.
Yep, you got it exactly right. And what about your y-intercept, Michael?
I got 2.
You are correct. Beautiful. All right, so we have enough information to graph our line by graphing the intercepts. And that's what everyone should have. How do we do? Good deal? Did I give you enough time? Good, good, good. All right, what about this one? Did it trick you? Is that a horizontal or vertical line? No, it is not. So what does that mean? What is our y-intercept? These were easy. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yep. Allie said the y-intercept is 0. So that's exactly where we're starting at our y-intercept, which is 0. And then our rise, are we going up or down?
Up.
Yep, we're going up. We have a positive 3, so we're going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3, and we always go right. 1, 2, 3, 1. Very good, guys. Fantastic. All right, I think you guys got a hang of this. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so the only other thing I wanted to make sure I go over with you again is our horizontal and vertical lines. So we're going to use that acronym that we're also familiar with at this point, VUX-HOI. If we only have an X in the equation, VUX, we have a vertical line that has an undefined slope, and we only have an X in the equation. And then HOI means we have a horizontal line. The slope is going to be 0. And there's only a Y in the equation. Now, the other day, or last week, the week before spring break, when you guys were finding the slope, a couple of times you guys would leave an answer like this. If I ask what the slope is, a couple of you left me a fraction with a denominator of 0. So everybody take your calculator, and I want you to divide this out. I want you to put in 4. Everybody put in 4 divided by 0. What does your calculator say? It says error. Yep, exactly right. So if you divide it out and your calculator says error, and I'm asking you what the slope is, you have to give me the word undefined, okay? This is technically, this doesn't exist. You can't divide by 0. Your calculator doesn't even acknowledge that. So if you ever have to on a quiz or an assignment or your milestones or a test, if you end up with a 0 in the denominator, that means you have to write out the word undefined. Okie dokie. And if you can't remember it, just put it in your calculator. And either you're going to get a 0 as an answer, which is a real answer, or you're going to get an error on your calculator, which means you're going to use the word undefined. So for example, if you end up with this fraction, type in your calculator, what's 0 divided by 7? It doesn't tell you made an error, correct? So then you would literally put 0. This fraction right here would simplify as 0. Okay, so just keep those two things in mind. All right, so let's look at a couple of these. So look at this problem right here, 2y equals 5. So hopefully the first thing you notice is there's not an x in the equation, right? If you only see a y, what kind of line is this? Which acronym are you thinking? VUX or HOI? HOI. Yep, you got it. So that means if I only see a Y, that means I'm going to write a horizontal line. So think about it. A horizontal line will never go through which axis?
X.
The X axis. So unless it is a horizontal line sitting on the axis, it could be sitting on the axis, right? But if it's not y equals 0, it's never going to touch the y-axis. I mean, excuse me, the x-axis. So if you end up with a horizontal line and I ask you what the x-intercept is, what are you going to tell me? There isn't one. Okay, so for example, let's look at this one. To solve for y, we would divide both sides by 2. So we get y equals 5/2, which is 2.5, right? 2.5. So I'm going to come up here at 2.5. I'm going to make a horizontal line. So let's say this was on a quiz and I asked you, what is the y-intercept? What would you tell me? What is the y-intercept? You got to give me an ordered pair. A y-intercept, I have to have an ordered pair. What would it be? What is this point right here? What is this coordinate? Good. Almost. Think one more time. Put it in the right order. There you go. Yep. X is 0 on this point right here. X is 0 and y is 5/2. Okay. Got it? So now my next question, of course, would be, what is the x-intercept? And what would you tell me? There isn't one. Good, Helena. I would just say none. There isn't one. This horizontal line will never cross the x-axis. Okie dokie. Or NA. I like it, Ella. NA is good. All right. So there it is. There's our 5/2. That 2.5 up here. All right, so you guys figure out what this one's going to look like. And I want you to tell me what is the x-intercept and what is the y-intercept, please. Make sure your answer is in an ordered pair. Allie, what? Try again. Put your answers in the chat when you're done, please. So the first thing to do is get x by itself, okay, guys? Good. Make sure. Uh-oh. The x-intercept is not right. So you want to solve for x. So what would you do? You would subtract 6 from both sides. Allie, subtract 6 from both sides. Good. So you guys give me your x-intercept in an ordered pair. Good, Ella. Allie, try it one more time. You got to subtract 6 from both sides. Okay. Good, Naomi. Just send me an ordered pair though, okay? Just 2, I think. I just got to show you one more thing. Good, Naomi. All right, good job. Were you sending me something, Michael? It looked like you were typing. Are you done? There you go. I see it now. Almost. All right, so let's look at it. Let me get my pen going here. So first of all, we're going to subtract 6 from both sides, which means x is equal to -6. So y'all got to remember the order of our ordered pairs. Isn't the first number x and the second number y, right? So when I make my vertical line VUX over here, I definitely have an x-intercept. And remember, your x-intercept is the x value when what? When y equals 0, right? So the x-intercept is -6, 0. And if you, several of you put it in the opposite order, which basically you were telling me what the y-intercept was, which there isn't one. Okay, so, have a little conversation in your brain. Say, okay, is this the x-intercept, which means what? It's the x value when y equals 0. And think about these letters are x and y, okay? All right, but we're just learning. We're just doing this for the first time, so you guys are doing great. How y'all feel about that? Any questions on x and y intercepts? Nobody? Okay, all right. Excuse me. So I do have a follow-up or like a summary of our lesson today. And basically it is due by tomorrow, and it is on the Canvas page for tomorrow. So there are 2 games. Yeah. Okay, good. Couple of, I know Naomi's already done them. Allie's already looked at it. That's awesome. So, but I just wanted to show them to you. So you're actually going to snip a picture of your final score to me. So I can see how you guys did on this. So let me stop sharing for just a second and open up what you're going to be doing tomorrow. And that's kind of the summary of today's lesson. Okay. All right. So it's the closing, I should say. All right. So once you get to this, so you're just going to click on those links for tomorrow, and this will come up right here. Teachers, register your school. Uh-oh. I might have to start over. I don't expect you to register for this. You can if you want to, but mine sat there for so long, it made me try to register, and I don't want you to have to do that. So don't worry about that. I'll click back on that attachment in just a second. But this is the second game that you will have. So when you open it, don't click here. Click down here where it says new game. Okay. Can y'all see that? Did I share my screen again? Okay, so basically you are going to fill in the blanks. So basically I want to know, what is the equation of this line right here? Somebody chat it to me. And it gives me y equals, what am I putting in the blank? Good, 7. Y equals 7. And I'm going to hit check, and yay, I get a smiley face. I love smiley faces. All right, next one. Y equals, see this red line up here? What am I going to put in the blank? You got it. Good job. Good job. And so this one, all it is just figuring out, and they're not all horizontal and vertical. They are also positive and negative slopes as well. So basically, I just want to make sure you click the right place. And when you're done, you're going to just snip your score and you're going to post that into Canvas for your part of your grade. Okie dokie. Now I'm going back to the PowerPoint and I'm getting the other link real quick. All right, and so now, oh, it's the same one. Let me go back. You're gonna love the other one. It's a spaceship game. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. All right, do you guys see my screen graphs of the galaxy? Some look fun. I know, right? Look at this guy. All right, so you are going to play this video game. There's your learning objectives. You're going to find the gradient. Use a triangle to work out the gradient. So we don't need to find, you don't have to go through the tutorial unless you just want to. And it helps you out a little bit. It shows you an explanation. All right, so I'm using this triangle. I know this is a positive slope. My rise is 2. Yep, and my run is 3. So this isn't right. I want it to say 2/3. So I'm clicking down here and I'm changing it. I want it to say 2/3. So you're just dialing it with this thing, this arrow. Okay, guys. So I'm finding 2/3. My origin is correct, my y-intercept, and I'm firing. Yes, and I'm right. Okay. And so that's how you do this. So this is going to be 1/2. So I am going to click here and I'm going to change this to 1/2. 1/2. There it is. And I don't have to change my origin. So I'm firing again and I'm right again. Okay. So that's basically it. And they get a little bit harder each time as you go through the games. So that's going to be wrap up for today's lesson, but you actually get a grade for playing games. Pretty sweet, right? Okay, well, that's all we have today, you guys. Y'all let me know if you need any help, if you have any questions, and I will see you Thursday. Bye-bye. My ordinary life. Hold on, let me turn my video off 1 second.